Argyris Makrygeorgou, who is an operations director at Noesis, an ICT and IS professional, a lot of acronyms there, with extensive experience in operations, solutions architecture, managed services, and information security. He also has an active role in the ICT Hellenic Chapter as a key board member for many years, where I have the privilege of working with him in projects, being also an active board member of the chapter. And he also is an expert on martial arts. So I joke with him because we're friends, and I tell him that he brings a new meaning to physical security as an expert.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
So, Argyris, welcome on stage.
Thank you.
The floor is yours.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having me here. Just can I start it with this? I'm RG. Today, together, we're gonna prove the fundamental theorem of security awareness, which is that lack of knowledge is not the user's fault. I'll start with some actually a bit sad statistics. You know, you shouldn't stay on the numbers, but like these numbers prove that cyber criminals are here and there. They get keeping richer, and cybercrime is an actual economy that gets flourishing. It's actually very expensive if you get hacked, and of course our data, our personal data, our data in general, they consist a new monetary system. So coming to what Verizon says, here you can see that 74% of data breaches, they say they are due to human element. That's a high number in any case, but here we are actually counting only the direct human element, which means we have a user, he gets tricked, he clicks on an email, and then boom, we have CryptoLocker all around our network. We really need to count on the indirect. One of the previous speakers says, you know, he saw the scale. You need to measure it in order to solve it. So let's recall this as well. For the straightforward user, the simple user, not IT and IS like the majority of us here, the equation is simple. The basic user either is afraid that he'll get punished by the company that he works for the organization, he'll get you know, a blame from HR or from top management, he'll get fired. Either he or she are bored, meaning that we've done a phishing exercise, they haven't clicked on any mail and say, okay, RG is a very good user. And then one Friday afternoon, like this one, I'm getting an email, Lady Gaga tickets for 20 quid, and say, okay, click them, I'll buy them. So again, we'll have an impact. For us, the tech people, I'll put the security guys and information technology people in one bunch. The key element is overconfidence. The very moment that we say it won't happen to me, it's the time that we're screwed. It's what makes a huge negative impact. I'll let you digest this for a couple of seconds. You'll tell me, RG, come on, we know our stuff, we know the code we write, we know our infrastructure, we can orchestrate our users. Okay, if that was the case, we wouldn't have numerous situations where you see my man here, my friend domain admin, okay, pretty straightforward, still using end-of-life servers in the infrastructure, haven't put a firewall with an active IPS for the past year, maybe forgotten about to use SIM for the whole part of the infrastructure, and now in a security breach, he has a problem. And obviously, the same applies to the code people, which are a concept closer to you. So if you don't know OWASP, or if you're not using tools embedded in the CI/CD to actually produce security code that is secure, if you're not testing in every single step before you go to productions, you'll be like my friend here, that he moved code to production, and now, again, we have a security incident. And of course, I'm not living outside the information security guys, which is a role like myself, like a CISO. The management will keep asking, do we know how to do incident response? Have we tested our business continuity process? Yeah, of course. Something came up, and now, look, the top management, along with legal and comms, how they're treating this poor guy. And I'm a CISO myself, so, I know this from the inside. And obviously, we have the user who can be scammed, with spam, with social engineering, and stuff like that. The previous speaker said technologies that can fly or that fly or something like that. Imagine that we are talking about technologies that can fly, and we're almost into 2024, and we're still missing items from the commodity part of information technology and security. We're still talking about firewalls, still talking about endpoint detection and response, still talking about patch management. So if this here is your infrastructure, you can see here a server missing an EDR. This is a DMZ server with an end-of-life system. This is your firewall. And this is maybe a Windows 7 PC forgotten in your network. You really need to do some patching, get to know CIS. I mean, that's just an example. Get along with the technology and start fixing things. If that's the case in your SDLC, shout out to Martina that brought this to my attention a few years ago in a conference she was talking herself. If that's the relationship with your development team, you are pretty much screwed yourselves already. You need to have this kind of situation. You see, it's a win-win situation. And obviously, when we're talking about cyber exercises, tabletop is good. You see here the little children, but you really need to test. Really need to run drills that can actually test that you're efficient, that if something happens, your tech team knows what to do, the users know what to do, your information security team, your legal, your comms. So, and obviously, we never forget the users, the simple user, and we really, I mean, in my business as usual, we struggle with these kind of things. Users are not dummies, so it's fine. You decided to buy a solution that has off-the-shelf content about security awareness, and after 1 to 3 years, it's obsolete. So give them the Michelin star experience. Find something, create something that is custom to them, based on the organization, based on their business as usual. Maybe it's related to the country that they live. The content cannot be the same horizontally in the organization. So, just to sum up, we need classroom and e-learning, especially after COVID-19. We need interaction like this, or in a classroom that everybody is in the same, in the same level. Okay. Tora? Cool. We do special training as well. So it doesn't make sense to train your simple users, your IT people, your security people with the same way like the rest. So indulge in special training as well. Do actual exercises, not just tabletop, as I showed you before. We need actual drills, because if something happens, really your organizations need to know how to recap. Obviously, make the business your ally in your artillery and frameworks. Don't say, yeah, we need to be ISO 27001 certified, ISO 22301 certified, and that's it, and enforce it to the business. The moment the business sees you as an overlay, they'll find a way, a methodical way to bypass the security measures, and then you're again screwed. Communication is like every other relationship, so this needs to happen a lot within the organization. On top of mentors and mentees, you really need to find sponsors from the top management and the other levels as well. And obviously, culture, culture, culture. Thank you very much.